Hey there and welcome to the Lord Jaraxxus guide, the second boss in Trial of the Crusader. When you start the encounter off, let your tank go to Jaraxxus in the middle of the room. Everyone should try spread out as evenly as possible as not to spread fell lightning. Have everyone concentrate on Jaraxxus at the start and have people assigned to interrupt fell fireball. This is going to cast about every 10 to 15 seconds on the tank and will do around 22,000 damage and leave a debuff of 8,000 damage a second after that. In this case I'm tanking as a warrior, so the fell fireball wasn't really a problem as I was spell reflecting every time it was cast. If you do have a warrior tank in your group, then assign them to tank Jaraxxus for this reason. Jaraxxus has another ability called Legion Flames. These will be spawned under a random raid member, causing 4k DPS and will leave trail of flames behind the player if they move. If you do have this, run to the outside of the room as not to affect any other raid members with the flames. But as you do this, watch out for healer range. Incinerate Flesh is another ability that healers in particular need to watch out for. This will be cast on a random raid member and absorb the next 70,000 healing that you receive. If this player does not receive 70,000 healing in the next 15 seconds, they're going to explode, and this is going to cause 3k damage per second to the raid for 5 seconds. So when Jaraxxus uses this ability, healers need to be jumping on and getting as much heals off as possible. When Jaraxxus uses an ability called Nether Power, he will deal 20% increased magic damage. This can be and needs to be spell stolen by mages. As you will see from this video, there's a few ads flying around the room. There is two types of ads. Mistress of Pain will be spawned through a purple portal. The off tank needs to grab these immediately and DPS needs to bring them down. These have a high damage attack which reduces armor and a spike attack that will randomly hit a raid member for 50% of the health. The second ad type will be Infernals, which will spawn from volcanoes, about 3 or 4 at a time. Again, the Infernals need to be grabbed by the off tank and DPS need to burn these down. However, these Infernals give off an AoE attack, so the off tank needs to move these away from the raid, and range DPS need to bring these down. This fight is made up of lots of abilities and attacks, but as long as the raid concentrates and doesn't get too overwhelmed by what everyone else is doing, then you should do fine. Just keep the fell fireballs under control, and this is going to end your Lord Jaraxxus fight, and you're ready to take on the faction champions.